Hello everybody, welcome back to Dominions 5. We are playing as MA Man. It is turn... whatever, 35, 34. It is the early winter. How about that? And so last turn, 2 turns ago, we won a big fight against Agartha in our capital. Then the next turn, we lost all the survivors to his sacred thug because we didn't anticipate where he would be correctly. And this turn, we have... combine all of our forces in order to get our cap back, and hopefully, we didn't know if he was going to have just his thug, if he was going to have his army plus his thug, just his army, or what, and it turns out he has just his thug. So this time we are properly scripted. We've got a lot of archery support, and we've actually got our god here, so we've also got flaming arrows and precision and all that. Yeah, so he's doing his little self-buff routine. Oh, we happen to have some air elementals, which is cute. Yeah, all my battlefield spells are going up. Now, the thing is, he's got a storm spool, so he's actually got like 20 shock resistance, so these lightnings, yeah, that's not doing anything. And then, yeah, just a random couple of knights are charging ahead. They're gonna do nothing. But that's okay. Now, we do have a ton of archers, including these horse archers, who all have flaming arrows, so that's doing some damage. Now he's at 81. 84. Alright, so he's at 79, and the special troops arrive. Burnlad with his smasher, and we've also got Bullthorn with the smasher. Let's see if they ever get in. By the way, this guy's at 70 now. There he is. Okay, so Burnlad finally makes contact, and then whack, he's at 52. $48. 38, so another 11. 36. Takes another 10, 26. Now he's at 2 hit points. And finally he dies. So we can take a look at... if we look... Well, let's see if we can find him. All right, let's scroll down to the end. Yeah, so you can see like all these, like people are hitting him, right? It's just the protection is so high that he basically takes no damage every time he gets hit, right? But every once in a while, the smasher actually does, a decent amount of damage and can actually break through the protection, right? Let's look at the other hits where he actually took damage. Zero, 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 zero damage everywhere. Um, this is 20 plus 16. I wonder if this is the because it says a roll of 0 plus 10. Oh, that's probably the shatter effect, right? I'd have to double check that because yeah, I think that's the shatter. That's the secondary effect because this is the normal. The 32 plus 8. Hang on, let's um yeah, armor negating. That's what's killing him, right? So my guy does 32 damage with his just with the attack. But 32 damage plus the DRN plus a random number is actually completely nullified by that guy's 35 protection plus his DRN. So what actually does the damage is not this part, it's this part. In addition, you have the extra effect on hit, shatter, armor negating, and only damages inanimate beings, which he is. So every time I actually got a hit on him, it was like the actual physical hit isn't doing any damage. It's the shatter that's actually killing him, right? Anyways, so all we needed was a guy with a smasher. Now he did kill a few guys, but it's not too bad. He killed my long dead horseman, whatever, a couple nights. Just because they couldn't help themselves, they had to run in and get the glory. So anyways, we finally kill him. We only get the storm spool, but I mean, I'll take it. Anyways, then he takes a couple more provinces. Random provinces. I apparently have been sneaking some monks and foresters around, and so I take a province there. Satis decides to take the throne next to his cap. And then some unexpected events here. Ultimatifia. All right, so let's look at the map. So yes, I had been sneaking a bunch of guys here apparently, so I take this province. Satis decides to take this throne over here. And by the way, so now he is sieged this, and he is about to take this next turn because the walls have been breached. By the way, he's got 3 candles left. I'm so close to Dom killing this guy. 3 candles. Now he's built another temple here, right? So he's fighting. He knows that he's in danger, and his pretender still hasn't woken up. I'm pretty sure it's an imprisoned. So he's got now 4 temples. He's just built he built this last turn. I think the turn before he'd built this one. And my little guys are preaching. Now they're moving over here. We're just trying to snuff out those candles. It's like so close. Anyways, so Agartha has taken these 2 provinces back, and I am... so I'm doing a couple things. First of all, I figure, well, he just moved his whole stack here, and he is going to storm this castle. Maybe I can just take this away from him. So I just recruited, these are the Logrian, they're the indie. Man can recruit in provinces without forts a few units. And I haven't, this game already, you can tell for the last several turns has been a bit of a dumpster fire nation here trying to get, losing all my land, getting it back. I haven't really had the time to use my economy to do anything. But one of the things you can do is recruit these guys. So Logrian cavalry are... you don't even need a fort to recruit them. 25 gold, 19 resources. They have a lance, which has a charge bonus, and then it's just a regular length 3 weapon. Plus, they have a javelin. And they've got 14 defense, a bit of protection. They're not amazing, but they are cavalry. And, they've got a decent charge. The Alpha Strike is going to be pretty strong. Although... and I've been discovering this with other similar units, the fact that they have a javelin means that, and the javelin has 2 ammunition, so what often ends up happening is you want them to use the javelin, so you say, okay, well, fire weapons. So they'll run up super quickly, then they'll fire the javelins, and by the time, like, if they're firing javelins against melee troops, then the melee troops will close into melee, and then they'll fight. And so the charge bonus kind of doesn't really, I don't know if it, I think it depends on, oh, actually, it's interesting. I'm reading here at the bottom. It says it depends on the combat move and the size. But the combat move, does it actually depend on how much it actually moved that turn, or just generally the move that they have? That's an interesting. That's interesting. That's an interesting thought. Anyways, whatever. They're not terrible. Is kind of my point. And so I just have these terrible, terrible guys with a few of these guys, and we're gonna see if we can just kind of, in case he hasn't put much PD here. Just see if we can nab a province. Because assuming his mage is not going to be outside patrolling, that'd be stupid, right? So that's the idea. And then we are going to get some commanders and knights back, because we have no commanders, because they all decided to commit suicide fighting the thug last turn. So we're going to regroup my army over here. This is my whole army, because he's got his army over here. So we're going to see if we can intercept him. And so the scripting here is pretty much my standard script. I've got the summoned not elementals, Vinemen in front. I don't know if I've shown these Vinemen and the Vine Ogres. Why don't we take a look at them? So the Vinemen, remember, are 17 hit points, size 2. They've got blunt resist and pierce resist. And they're mindless. By the way, they're not inanimate, so smashers wouldn't work. But they're magic beings. And they're amphibian, poor amphibian. These guys are size 4, 55 hit points. And they have 2 blunt 16 damage attacks, which is not nothing. These guys, their attacks are 9 damage. They're great shock troops. Basically, each one of these is 1 nature gem. And you can get 3 of them per turn. So these are a totally reasonable way to spend nature gems. Especially because you can buff them if you're gonna have like a bark skin or whatever. When you start to get a lot of the battlefield buffs up, then these are fantastic, right? Like these guys with regeneration are great. All the buffs just make them even better. So yeah, they're nice. So they're mostly the chaff. They're sitting in front of my archers, and we are taking the god out, and she's doing the flaming arrows, and we're carrying a bunch of extra gems on a monk. And we've got some air gems here for Wind Guide. The mage support is pretty basic here. We are keeping most of our mages back to research. I've put my random weapons that I had lying around on these guys. So the Etten now is, I just think he's hilarious because he's so stupid he might actually kill your guys. So that's why I kind of have him off in a corner by himself. And he begins the battle with 2d6 tower guards. So if he decides to get stupid, he'll kill his own free spawn guys and not our guys. And he was a dual wielder anyways, so I figured, well, let's give him 2 of our weapons. The Elfbane was I had made this, or I had Marigno make this, I think. Because that Oracle is also magic, if I remember correctly. It was a magic being. So I thought I might use this on him. But he has high MR, so it probably wouldn't have worked. You'd need some penetration to make this work. Anyways. So we have the Etten. And these guys, and that's it. So we're going to try to take this province back. We're still recruiting mothers because they're sneaky, and that is fun. And that is pretty much it. I can get some more archers here. We're recruiting more priestesses here. We have no money. That's okay. I think that's basically it. In terms of diplomacy at this point, I am still just basically telling people, like, please cancel your NAP with Agartha, right? Like, there is... I'm going to lose this war eventually, right? You can already tell he's reinforcing. He's got more Magma Children, more Shard Guards. If we fight, if we meet here, I will win, right? But I'm going to take some losses. I've already lost a lot of knights and archers, in the first round of the war. I mean, I traded much more efficiently than he did, but it doesn't matter. He's huge compared to me, and I've got Satis also building up here, right? So this is a big issue. All right, so that's his turn. See you guys in the next episode as we keep turn by turn from season to season trying to actually, I was going to say dodge Agartha's army, but actually we want to fight Agartha's army as we try to survive and kind of leap from one disaster to the next. Thank you all for watching. See you guys shortly. Take care.